Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of February 27th, 2019. Fair amount of books this last week of February, so let's get right into it. First up, we have Action Comics number 1008. This is the Leviathan Rising Part 2. I've really enjoyed Bendis' run on Action so far, and I can't wait to see where he takes it with this Leviathan Rising story arc. And Jimmy Olsen's being featured a little bit more, so it's cool to see Bendis' take on Jimmy Olsen. Next up, we have Bloodshot Rising Spirit number 4. Still good, still enjoy it. Really enjoyed Jeff Lemire's Bloodshot. This is as good, if not, it's not as good. Well, it's good, but it's not as good as Jeff Lemire's, but I'm still enjoying it. So, definitely like the Bloodshot character. So, next up we have Books of Magic number 5. I still don't kind of know what's going on in this, but I'm curious to see what happens. And apparently Daniel hopefully makes an appearance in this issue. So we'll see what's up with that, especially with how it ties into The Dreaming, as well as House of Whispers. But I'm not reading House of Whispers because it was just garbage. It was trash. It was horrible. Alright, next up is Detective Comics number 999, the last 3-digit issue of Detective Comics. We are going to get 1,000 is the next one. It is at the end of March, so we're not going to get it for a little bit, but yeah, cannot wait for Detective Comics 1000. The countdown to 1000 has been fantastic. Tomasi's just done a fantastic job with the story arc leading up to 1000, so we'll see what happens with that. If you want to get your own copy of Detective Comics 1000, make sure you let your store know. FOC has already passed for it, so you really need to let your store know that you want them to hold a copy for you. Comics Conspiracy does have, I think, or you can still pre-order some sets through Comics Conspiracy, but there'll be a very limited amount of those. So there'll be a link in the description below for that if you want to get a cover set for Detective 1000. That's the 10 base covers, the main, and then the generation ones, and the blank cover. So check out the link, see if you want to pick it up, but definitely one of those things that you should pre-order. I pre-ordered mine already, so I'm good. Next up, we have Die, 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 number 8. Robert Kirkman's very gory, very graphic, very violent comic book. It's enjoyable. I enjoy it. Yep, it's good times. Next up, we have Flash number 65. This is The Price Part 4. This one is The Price of Loyalty, so I'm curious to see what happens. Williamson's done a fantastic job with this little 4-issue crossover event with Flash and Batman. So I'm really curious to see what happens in this issue with regards to what Gotham Girl and all of that. So definitely super stoked for that. And then I'm really excited that Tom King will be back next week for Batman 66. So, yeah, good times. Next up is a new number 1 from Valiant, and that is The Forgotten Queen. I believe this is a 4-issue mini. I'm not sure what to think of it. I'm going to give it a shot and see if I like it. Valiant has been fairly consistent with just having really just good read books. Nothing to like, oh, you need to be picking this up, but definitely stuff that if you're interested in expanding, or you just want something else to read that is good, that's not going to, bore you to death or make you feel like you wasted your money, Valiant's definitely a publishing company to look at for that. So, but Forgotten Queen, we'll see if I like it. Next up is a book I've really enjoyed. 2 issues have come out. The 3rd issue's out this week, and that is Freedom Fighters number 3 of 12. Man, the first 2 issues of this were fantastic. Robert Venditti's just done an amazing job establishing the world for the Freedom Fighters with the whole the Reich took over, and America is part of the Nazi basically machine that we defeated back in World War II. Well, that never happened. So, yeah, really good stuff. Really enjoy it. Just great overall. And man, Plastic Men, or SS Plastic Men, is a scary concept. But I highly recommend Freedom Fighters, and it's just been really good. I know at Comics Conspiracy we're sold out of issue 1. A lot of places might not have gotten too many copies of it. So if I were you, I would definitely check out Comixology and to read issue 1 to see if it's something you're really interested in. But it's definitely good stuff. Freedom Fighters, check it out. Next up is a book I am super stoked to read this weekend. That's Heroes in Crisis, number 6 of 9. I love this cover. This cover is fantastic. Really good stuff. Tom King's just done a fantastic job on this. So good. But yeah, Heroes in Crisis, solid stuff. Next up, we have Justice League Odyssey, number 6. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Justice League Odyssey's been okay. It's an interesting concept. I'm curious to see where it goes, but it's definitely something that I'm enjoying. Next up, I think, is the make or break issue for me, and that is the Martian Manhunter, number 3 of 12. I think this issue is going to really make or break whether or not I keep going with it. The first issue didn't grab me. The second issue was okay. This issue is really going to be what solidifies whether or not I keep reading this title or picking up this title, in fact. So we'll see if it grabs my attention, but I'm not really hopeful. Sorry. Next up is Old Lady Harley, number 5 of 5. Finally, we can get this miniseries over with. I'm kind of just in the vein of reading Harley or picking up Harley and reading it, and it's just kind of this cycle. It's not the best. There's a couple things in each issue that I'm like, okay, this is cool, but it's nothing that really stands out, and it's a character I really enjoy. I really wish they would let Mark Russell just take over the main Harley book. But yeah, the Old Lady Harley story, it's okay. It's nothing that you need to read. Next up, we have Outcast, number 39. Outcast is another Robert Kirkman book. Really good. Really enjoy it. It's just solid book. Next up, we have Rose, number 17. This is written by Meredith Finch. I've enjoyed it so for 16 issues now, going on 17. Rose has been a really solid book. Can't wait to see what happens in this issue, but good stuff. So pick up the first trade to see if you like it. Next up, we have Shazam, number 3. Oh, Jeff Johns' book. Yeah, really super stoked for this one. I loved issue 2. Cannot wait to see where we go with the Shazam character, with Shazam and the the Marvel family. So we'll see. Next up, we have The Terrifics, number 13. Yep. We'll see. Terrifics has been okay. It's the best book from the New Age of Heroes, but again, New Age of Heroes is pretty much gone. And finally, on my pull list, we have Wonder Woman at number 65. Wilson's done a fairly decent job in writing Wonder Woman. It's not as good as the stuff that came prior, but I think she's finding her, what am I looking for? She's finding, I think she's finally getting a grasp of the character and how, the character needs to unfold. So we'll see where it goes, but I've been enjoying it for the most part. Did pick up some variants this week, and I picked up the Action Comics variant for 1008. That one. I picked up the Flash 65 variant. There was outracing missiles that are flying way too low. I grabbed the Justice League Odyssey variant with Jessica Cruz and Starfire on the cover. I thought that was pretty cool. Heroes in Crisis has its Polaroid folder one. This is the loss of Barry Allen. It was good stuff. Really liked it. And of course, Art Germ gave us a wonderful cover for Wonder Woman 65. So that is it for single issues this week. Previews does come out this week, and that is Previews 366 for books released in May of 2019. Here is the previews for you. Your local shop should get a copy of it. Some shops get it where you can buy it, but you can go to previewsworld.com, and the whole catalog should be there for you to flip through. Excellent resource for seeing what's coming out from the different publishers, all that, and you can let your shop know. Apparently, there's a new Stranger Things mini coming out, which I'm going to be picking up. But also, you're going to need to pick up your Marvel free previews. Looks like War of the Realms is going to be kicking off in full effect. I'm a little just about it, just because on the back of this we have like a Strike Force. So yeah, not too sure if that's something I'm going to be really interested in following. A lot of the Marvel events that as of late I have not been really keen on even reading, like the Infinity Watch, was it, or the new one that came, the new Infinity one that came out? Didn't care. Did not read the Hunt for Wolverine. Did not read the Return of Wolverine. A lot of the Marvel events just have not, there's no reason. There's nothing that's really given me any reason to want to read them. So who knows? But we'll see. Maybe I'll read War of the Realms, #1. Who knows? And then, of course, you're going to need to grab your DC previews. DC is going to be doing the Year of the Villain. Yeah, so a lot of stuff coming out. And then also Batman Last Night on Earth by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Really interesting stuff. Yeah, and apparently that Snyder thing is a black label. But DC's Year of the Villain is the free comic day book. That's going to be like 25 cents, but your store should just give it away. And it's going to have some variant covers. Like, it's got a 1 in 100, or 1 in 100, 1 in 250, and a 500. 1 in 500. So, see if your shop gets it. I don't think there's really anything in this one that I'm going to be picking up. Oh, no, there's a Harley Quinn statue. Yeah. There's a red, white, and black Harley Quinn statue there that I'm going to pick up by Greg Horn. Yep, cool stuff. So yeah, so previews is out. So either flip through it at your local shop in the next couple weeks and let them know what you want, or pick up a copy for yourself, or head over to previewsworld.com to peruse it at your own leisure. It isn't something that came in this week, but it's been out for a while. I just hadn't actually picked it up yet. And for a while, I mean almost 2 years. About 1.5 years, I should say. And that is the DC CoverGirls Zatanna statue. This came out July of 2017. I just never got around to picking it up. Yep, finally did. So I'll probably do an unboxing video of this, even though it's super, super late. But always like Zatanna. I think the one disappointment is we don't have fishnets in this, but we'll see how this looks when I, bust it open. So that's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're picking up. All that wonderful stuff. Please check out some of my unboxing videos. I just unboxed the Harley Quinn, the DC Bombshells Harley Quinn sepia tone variant. So if you are on my channel, YouTube channel, you can go over to the unboxing videos 2019, and it'll be in that playlist. So check it out. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 390, where we talk about stuff that basically happened out this past weekend at ComicsPro, where DC clarified things, especially with them cutting their line by 10%, which technically the 10% cut that was rumored has already happened, and that is mainly the DC Age of Heroes stuff, and that was to make way for the young adult stuff that's coming out through DC Zoom and DC Inc. So, yeah, that was clarified. And also what was clarified as well was that the Walmart exclusive 100-page giant books that have been coming out are going to no longer be exclusive to Walmart. They're going to be, they're basically kind of just stopping they're stopping the Walmart exclusive part and making it available everywhere. So Walmart will carry it, most likely Target will carry it, most likely GameStop, Walgreens, like wherever is going to want to carry these 100-page items will carry them. Instead of 12 pages of new content, they're going to have 48 pages of new content, and they'll have stuff that's reprinted. Some of the reprints will be some of the short stories from the Walmart exclusive stuff as well, and also comic stores will be getting this. In addition, comic stores are going to be releasing the graphic novels of the Walmart exclusive new content. So be on the lookout for that stuff in the near future. But there's a big misunderstanding, or just a lot of, let me just make an article to make it clickbaity, and just a bunch of crazy stuff happened over the weekend. But DC clarified a lot, so that's that. But we talk about that at length. So there's a link in the description below for that if you want to check that out. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and getting products. So thank you very much to all our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. If you want to help me out more directly, you can click on any of the links that I have here on my YouTube channel in the details below, or on my website, conspiratorbrock.com. And if you click on any of those and buy something, it helps me out a little. You can also check out my eBay page, where I am constantly getting rid of stuff, and I always have, I put some new stuff up this past weekend, so check it out. To everybody who helps out that way and through Amazon, thank you. It is much appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So super stoked for this month going forward with Detective 1000. We're having Tom King's back on storytelling for Batman. And yeah, just a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. So guess what? I'll see you guys next week.